One of the things we've been asked is kind of where the inspiration for doing the bus came from.
The idea of converting a school bus into an RV was a seed that was planted in Shane as a young boy.
It really goes back to when I was a kid. We were getting ready to move, and so it was almost the same price for them to buy an old school bus and use that to pack everything in it than to rent a U-Haul. The front half was like a bunk bed for my sister and I, a little Coleman camping stove. It was a very primitive setup, but the fact is it was adventurous. When Julie and I knew we were going to start hitting the road, I thought, we're not going to buy an RV, we're going to do a school bus. Our last trip coming north to south is actually pretty cool because when we left the north, it was winter time.
Lots of hills and mountains and snow everywhere. It was really pretty.
As we slowly came down to the south, it's like we went through all 4 seasons at once.
Arvin, what's happening? Bess just about died. There's a river in the mountains, but her horse isn't made for crossing rivers. It's getting higher and she was the last one to cross. And Nancy, she had to go back and get her. It's because her horse wouldn't move and it was about to just get swept downstream and over the waterfall.
It was cool. There's like these big mountains.
Look, Mommy, look at all the mountains.
This is my homemade built spaceship that I built by myself.
And we got to see a statue of a buffalo.
In our family, we have a lot of hands-on learning.
Yeah, I really enjoy making French toast.
Our French toast recipe is extremely easy.
Egg, milk, salt and pepper. Mommy's fresh baked sourdough bread.
We use butter to fry it in. Cut up the bread and dip it in the egg mixture.
Like cinnamon. That smells good.
Put some butter on top and maple syrup, or you can put honey on it, whatever you like best. It's important for the children to learn how to cook and enjoy cooking, and then of course we're creating memories.
There's nothing to say. Dash your ball. Before 20 seconds.
Did you make this?
I literally served myself and was able to sit down peacefully all by myself and eat my French toast.
Here you go. Oh, thanks. You're welcome, Julie.
They help with, of course, the tidying up after everything.
We'll actually allow our children to, if they get in an argument, we'll just say, here's a lightsaber, and we let them fight it out. Whoever's left standing, So coming into St. Louis was pretty cool. We arrived at night.
It was beautiful. The city was all lit up, and it was actually a really nice time to come into the city.
We saw big, huge buildings everywhere. When we arrived at the Science Center, it was late at night. The guards were kind enough to let us park there. That way we could get an early start on seeing the Science Center.
The St. Louis Science Center is a great place to take your children. It's free. You can literally spend the whole day there going from exhibit to exhibit, and it's very hands-on.
When I walked in the Science Center building, I thought, wow.
So one of the first exhibits in the Science Center was sizing up the brain. We have to figure out which one of these fruits is the size of the human brain. The kids had to guess, which size they thought the human brain was and how much it weighed. So pick that one up and see if you're right.
So we all guessed, and I got the question right.
Dad and Ethan was like having a contest.
On the stress machine or whatever it was called. Go ahead, push start.
Here, Ethan.
Relax. It was something like down in the dungeon and the torture chamber. You put this thing, wrap it around your head. It sucks the life out of you.
And then we were sat there and tried to relax.
The more stressed you are, the closer the ball will come to you.
But everyone was climbing all over Daddy, so he couldn't relax. Come on, Dad.
Of course, we were climbing all over my dad, trying to stress him out.
It's hard to be relaxed in this situation here.
Everyone kept attacking him.
Force will be with me. Evidently, I was the most stressed. Of course, I had kids hanging on me and trying to make me stressed. But Ethan's over there like, "Eh."
Found his relaxation. He's like, oh.
My innards are super peaceful.
Oh, Ethan, you're winning.
How is he winning? He's acting more stressed than I am right now.
Innards were more peaceful than Daddy's.
Ethan won that contest.
Okay, so what did you learn here, Shane?
Nothing.
They actually had a laboratory in the Science Center.
It had lab coats for the kids and glasses, and they thought that was fun because they got to dress up as little scientists.
Well, we got to put on scientists clothing, and we got glasses on and then this white coat. Me, Ashton, and Isaiah did DNA extraction. I felt like a real scientist. Isaiah really needed helping with pouring the water. Arwen was getting the water for us, and when she handed it to me, I went to pour it myself, but evidently I was assisted by her, and we both ended up pouring it. Both of them were pouring it. I guess she doesn't think I'm capable of pouring water myself. Just a little kid, and he needs help. I am 13, I can handle water.
It was Isaiah, Arwen, and Ashton kind of did this experiment together, and it worked, and they got to see kind of the process of extracting DNA and what scientists do in the lab every day.
One of the cool things I saw was an animatronic T-Rex.
There was two dinosaurs. One was a triceratops.
They were ginormous and huge and kind of scary. I was pushing my baby brother Seth around. We were going past the T-Rex. He thought it was really cool.
It's kind of scary.
Seeing the dinosaurs up close was kind of these huge, massive beasts.
They had this one spot for kids to come in and try digging out these fake dinosaur bones.
And then there's some dirt on bones. You would have to brush it off. But the bones were not real, they were fake. I felt like an archaeologist.
Yeah, so there's kind of this interesting exhibit they had where you could go in and you could see, how much power was generated by different sources. One was kind of like a hand crank generator. This is awesome.
Shane really enjoyed the Science Center.
And electricity, look at just standing here creating it.
He learned all the different ways that he could power the bus.
Do that for the bus.
through the cranking of this wheel. If I want to use my blender, all I need is Shane to crank the, the battery charger.
Not creating much of electricity though.
It's because you're not doing it fast enough.
They had these metal plates. One was copper, and I think one was aluminum, if I remember right. You touch the plates, the sweat in your hands acts like acid in a battery. And when you put your hands on those two plates, it actually generates power just from you touching it.
It's amazing how placing your hands on just two different types of metal, we can just generate power.
They showed like old TVs and old refrigerators and what kind of power they use versus the new stuff that we have now. Did you know that the old TVs cost less to operate per year than the current day flat screen TVs? I would have thought that it would have been different. We're being sold a pack of lies, friends.
Then there was a hallway that led from the main science center area to the planetarium area, and it went over an overpass where there was cars going underneath.
There was these holes on the floor. We could like see the cars rushing by, and my baby brother Seth was standing like right on it, and he's like saw all the cars go by. There was these binoculars, and we looked in and we could spot the bus. Spotted the bus.
Look at me and smile. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
So when you go towards the planetarium, there's this hallway, and they put like memorabilia, space items from the 50s.
Those things are so amazing.
And then there was a Mars section. Isaiah has a real interest in space, so he really liked the planetarium section.
Our largest star is the red giant. 1 million Earths would fill the sun, and 1 billion suns would fill the largest star. I'm a big Lego fan. The amount of Legos produced a year from Lego would circle the world 5 times. I got to control the Mars rover.
And it was actually looked like a real Mars rover, but there was kind of like a control center that was off to the left side of this mock-up of the Mars planet, and the rover was there, and so you could actually pilot it from this separate location. So it's kind of neat because I was standing there watching them drive it around.
There was a remote control center for the robot, and I was able to just watch from there from the camera.
They had a screen in front of them, and they could see, what the rover was seeing. So just like it would be on Mars. It was exactly like Mars. I mean, we pretty much were on Mars. I felt like I was on Mars. I feel like it's trying to speak to me. It's amazing.
I was really excited about the planetarium.
The planetarium.
There's just like this huge screen above us.
We had laid all of our mats down in this big open room.
So we're getting ready to watch the planetarium show right now. Laying on mats on the floor, looking at this immense dome ceiling.
When the show started, all the stars appeared.
Like it actually looked like you were up in space.
There's all the stars in the ceiling, and this lady told us like what the stars meant.
We're gonna hop to our first star of the diamond. We're calling this arcing to Arcturus. We're following the arc of the Big Dipper.
It was like we were outside and they had these little cricket noises going on.
And there's like stars everywhere.
There were moments I felt like I was outside, just hearing the crickets.
It's very relaxing.
We just think, gosh, so God made all that. The way God created stars, they're like just beautiful to see in the night. I really like looking up, even just like while I'm outside in the night, just looking up in the sky and saying, wow, God created that.
They had this thing where you turn on this hose. You like try to get the balls, like these foam balls, to float into the air and go through these different hoops. When I was trying to get the ball to float, my dad's like blowing the air at the ball and it goes flying off, and I couldn't find it after that.
There is a boat thing. You can build your own boat.
And the point was, is you built a sail and you put it on this boat-shaped object, and it had rollers on it. And you would turn on the wind machine, and whoever built the best sail would win. Ashton had like this huge sail. Isaiah had a slimmer sail. The slimmer sail won.
I think I beat him the most. Well, my one won, and then until Isaiah changed his. Yeah, I think he probably beat me just once or twice.
So the Energizer machine was pretty cool.
They had a machine in there that looked like a giant hamster wheel.
The machine, when you're running on it, it's lifting these balls way up, probably 3 stories in the air, and then it kind of drops them onto a track that goes throughout that whole area of the Science Center.
They kind of look like small bowling balls.
All my brothers and sisters got in it, and we were running. And then after we got out, it was kind of like dizzy.
So I gave it a try too, and it was fun.
There was a lot of walking, and the kids were very tired at the end of the day, which was nice because everybody slept peacefully.
Actually a very pretty state. This is Indiana, and lots of beautiful trees and rolling hills and countryside. Lots of little farms. Yeah, it's nice.
Shane and I do other filming projects.
We do that under the umbrella of Lug Nut Films.
My dad had been working on a short video called Operation Rollback.
I thought, let's do like a spy short film.
And my brother-in-law Chris was a part of that film project, so it was really fun to do.
We filmed this film, and it was kind of cool because part of it was filmed in Canada. You know, we did different scenes at different locations in Canada. All the locations are actually pretty neat.
And then we did some filming in Kentucky with a good friend of ours.
Some filming was done in California, and then all that stuff, we brought all those shots together and we made a short film.
I thought Kentucky was really pretty. We stopped by a stream, and there's a flour mill there, and you can actually see it in the background in my dad's video.
It's awesome. Most RVs come with like a 6 to 10 gallon hot water heater, but with our family, we need endless hot water. We're washing dishes, we're washing clothes, we're bathing ourselves, we're bathing the kids. And you know, with a family of 9, you have to have endless hot water. So for 6 years, we have had the Precision Temp RV 500 hot water heater, and there was a period of time of about a year we had the bus parked, and I think some spiders and things got into the orifices where the gas actually comes out, and it blocked a couple of those up.
When washing dishes, I had some trouble with keeping the water hot. It wasn't combusting properly, and so it was time for a new hot water heater.
And you notice all this blacking that's going on around here, and this is kind of what's prompted us to upgrade to the newer version of this. So we were able to get the new RV 550 hot water heater from Precision Temp. And I was able to get that installed. I'm gonna cut my CPVC half-inch pipe. I'm gonna cut that, and then I'm gonna also turn off my gas lines while I'm under here. Oh boy, there's like a lot of water coming out of there. All right.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, sweetie.
Can I help you?
Here, you can hold on to these for me, okay? I'm gonna hold on to these too. Okay, because I'm gonna need those in just a minute. Set this right here. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so everything should be hooked up now. So I'm gonna turn my water on. Gas is on. Now we can go ahead and give it a try. Holy smokes. That's what I call Insta-Hot. Right after I installed it, I put a thermometer on it, and the hot water that was coming out of it was 140 degrees, which is pretty amazing.
The RV 550. One place that we stayed had a basketball hoop, and Ashton fell in love with basketball.
I set my alarm at 7. I get up and I do my school, and then I go out and play basketball.
When I was in high school, I played basketball and I coached a boys basketball teams, and he actually got really good.
So it's pretty impressive.
When we arrived in Florida, it was pretty chilly and there was a lot of rainy days.
We're in the good news bus right now, obviously, and there's tornado warnings, big storm, crash bang, lightning, thunder all around us. I don't know if you can hear that. That is the rain pounding off the roof of the bus as I speak, as I stand here and drink my cup of coffee, possibly my last cup. So we hopefully are going to live through this. Greetings from the beaches of Pensacola, Florida, from the Good News Bus family.
We promised the kids as soon as we have a sunny day, we're gonna go to the beach.
We're walking down this pier and we saw sharks in the water.
And we got to see a sea turtle.
went and got shells and found shells like in the water.
We found tons of shells there.
They really enjoyed that, collecting the seashells, running up and down in the water, splashing. And
Oh, you're soaking wet. And seeing those beautiful white beaches and that amazing blue, clear water. It was just a very cool experience.
The sand was really white and the water was really blue.
Yeah, and the water was even like salty, and we tried it.
It was just beautiful.
Driving the Good News bus is really fun because for me it represents a certain amount of freedom
I think it's really fun just traveling, seeing lots of new places.
and enjoying that's special, and we've always enjoyed doing that as a family.
Going to town, we've actually had people come up and recognize the bus and like come in and say hello. We would take pictures and give them the tour of the bus, and they really enjoyed that. It makes me really happy being able to share our home and our life story.
although bus life has its challenges, we really enjoy the special times that we have in the bus. And I think we're creating memories that our kids will cherish forever.
My dad always shares with the family the emails that we get from others from the videos, and it's really encouraging to like hear what they have to say and how they like it.
Woo!
Cut.
What?
What is this? Take 45.
Isaiah,
You're supposed to be looking that way.
Oh. I love spinning.
And action.
There's a lot of ways you can follow what we're doing on goodnewsbus.com. You can find all the things we've done with the bus and how we converted it. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and let us know what you think in the comment section below. Good News Bus is awesome!
Whoa, whoa. Ah! Ah! Ah!
You okay, Isaiah?
Yeah!
Cut.